that very important game. And he's here right now in the studio alongside Angelica, ready to share with us some of those very important moments.
Vincent, huge congratulations on this victory against Vidit. I mean, the game was decided in the end game, but would you mind showing us some key moments maybe earlier in this position?
Yeah, I think I got here, and it should be a good position for me. He was also really down on the clock, but I somehow didn't manage to find any direct idea against those pawns. Like, it felt like there should be something, but I didn't manage to find it. I played Rook c1, which I see Engine claims it's bad, and also I wasn't convinced that Rook c1 is such a good move. It's just I didn't see the idea. So yeah, Queen h5, Queen f6, and Queen e2. Okay, that's not so easy. I thought Queen f7, Rook f1, Rook f6, and apparently just this endgame is extremely good for white. But yeah, I think it's not that simple to understand that this is so good for me. Like, even now I don't fully. Okay, because it's hanging.
Oh, yeah.
That you maybe shouldn't miss, yeah, like g5, bishop h4.
Yes.
So that's basically all I missed, and that was, yeah, it could have cost me the game, because after that, the problem is he's very low on time, but his moves are easy. So he knows basically what to do. I think this should all have been correct. Yeah, g5. Also Queen g6, very annoying. Like, at first I thought at least I will get to Rook endgame with, like, I will give the e-pawn, trade h, and then get the f-pawn and have Rook endgame pawn up. But also after hg, he can just go Rook e3, and he will pick up both g5 and e5, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I decided that, you know, of course, I completely missed that Rook e1, Rook e3 was even a possibility from the start, which is quite bad. But I mean, then I started to realize, and then I decided that actually the pawn endgame, the resulting pawn endgame, looked kind of dangerous. I mean, I'm not sure whether he can maybe, yeah, he can also take on h4. But Rook e3, it seemed like, yeah, I mean, I don't have to play h5, but I think playing h5 is important, because if I do this directly, I have like 0 chances of doing anything here. With the h4 pawn, there's less chances. So yeah, king h5, I was luring the king there, which was basically only to get the pawn endgame with the g pawn instead of the h pawn. And yeah, here...
Did you realize in this particular position that there was only one way?
Okay, I thought only king d5 is surviving, which, yeah, I mean, it's the funny thing is that in pawn games usually there are little ideas. So it's clear that once I get in the game, like the position I got in the game it's over, because I can choose when to play g3 and g4. Like if I play g4 here, king f6, this is a draw.
Yes.
So it's very important for me that I know that I play g3 and then g4 and d4, and it's winning. So I was kind of shocked that, you know, it's after move 40 he had some time, and him playing c6 here. I mean, to me, it wasn't that clear whether king d5 is a draw. It's just, it was pretty clear to me that c6 is losing, and also king f5, king f3 is...
So you saw that king f5 was also a loss?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was sure that c6 and king f5 are losing, and I was calculating king d5, because, like, okay, I can go here, and I think king d4, he has to go, yeah. So this is like the kind of race.
Yes.
g4, I'm not sure, can he take this? Yeah, he can take both. Okay, I only saw this line. Yeah, I have to run. And I actually promote with check, but it's not enough. Like, that's...
Oh, really? So you get that one?
I get this, and that's why at first I thought this position is actually winning, but it's not. Like, if I get my queen, just king b2, and there's no way to win this position. So,
yeah.
Right.
And yeah, this c3, there were some tricks, but I think it's also still a draw. So yeah, just kind of difficult to explain why he missed it, because he had all the time. But yeah, of course, I'm glad to have won this game. Also, I felt that I was the one pressuring throughout the entire game, and then yeah, one mistake decided the whole thing.
That was an incredible moment. Also, if we can rewind a little bit back, because did you see that the rook to g3, this concept was again the only way for Vidit to maintain the balance?
Yeah, so he defended quite well.
Like,
to be fair.
But he's a good player. Yeah, such things are like natural for him. So I mean, you can't. You have to give him hard decisions if I want him to make a mistake, and this is. I mean, otherwise I would just pick up some pawns and be better. And yeah, this is like the active way. My rook gets stuck on g1. It's annoying. And yeah, I saw also that this is the best. I just thought that when playing h4 that there was still some chance, but he basically played the perfect defense until blundering in one move in the endgame. But I think that also goes to show how tricky pawn endgames can be, because simply there's like one tempi, they change the complete evaluation.
Yeah, I mean, we had flashbacks to the game.
We already have a bit of a collection because Sam Shankland losing to Firouzja, that was a particularly hard one because Firouzja had basically three free tempi, right? He had the double h pawns with like pawn h7 going to h6, going to h5, going to h4. Yours was much kind of harder for, say, for the stronger side, and therefore I personally thought that he will figure it out.
Yeah, I also thought so. I mean, if you have 50 minutes, that's really a lot of time. And again, I didn't think that it was easy to see that king d5 is a draw. I thought it's quite easy to see that c6 is losing.
So you got to go backwards.
Yeah, you just have to go king d5 and hope for the best, because otherwise you have no chance. So that was my evaluation. Yeah.
And you're on 5.5 points. I mean, how would you assess your tournament so far?
Yeah, it has been up and down pretty much. Like the first 4 rounds were quite shaky, even though I was on +2. But yeah, I mean, I had this complete game where I was completely lost against Erdogmus.
Yeah.
And yeah, then also the game I won against Svane wasn't entirely clean. So then I had this horrible game against Maurizi, which was really, yeah, I mean, completely unnecessary to lose. But yeah, now, I mean, I still am on 100% with white, so that's good. I'm hoping I will get some chances as black, but +3 is fine. I think if you want to fight for candidate spots here, I will have to make it +5, which is, of course, incredibly tough. But yeah, I mean, +3 is a decent result, and I have the feeling that my play has improved a little. So it's not as shaky anymore. The games are better, more controlled, and yeah, I'm hoping that I will win a few more.
Yeah, and I mean, certainly if you play like this, I think you're in with a good shot. And you mentioned, okay, this is a very important tournament. You're playing the best in the world, and obviously everybody wants to get that spot into the candidates. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about your preparations going into this event?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, our schedule is really, really full. Like, basically, I didn't have a lot of time to specifically prepare for this event, as with most other events. Like, of course, I've had training camps throughout the year, just working on my general play, on openings, and so on. And I think that's the best you can do. Also, usually, right before tournament, you shouldn't work too much. Also, focus on having enough energy, because we have this 11-round tournament with the very long time control. And you know, I've also had already games taking more than 7 hours. So I think it's important to have a lot of energy so that you are ready for those fights.
Yep. Amira?
Well, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations once again on your victory. Good luck in the remaining games. Vincent Keymer there with his win against Vidit.